halftime.
Like right at like middle of the second quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, just over.
Let's get into it, boys.
Yeah.
Yo, my bad. What's going on, everybody? Hope you all had another great weekend of football. Thanks for tuning back in. We got Michael back in the scene. Brett's still out. Michael, how you been? Welcome back.
Good, man. Defeated the Coco, man. So
that's two of us now.
Yeah, two out of four people on the pod defeated the Coco.
I knocked it out a little bit
better than I
did.
Yeah.
I performed under the pressure. Still came to work, so just shows how much I'm committed. I want to give you guys my picks, and I'm up like close to 50 units between the two shows. So I know I'm putting food on the table for some people, and that's fine with me.
You're up 45 units in college football, and then you combine
between the two. Between the two.
Yeah, but like, I mean, come on.
Between the two.
You're not even up 10 units in the NFL.
It's between the two shows.
Yeah, he is still doing the best, though.
It is between the two. Yes, that is facts. Facts. But Nagy, I mean, so we were at
and wait before we go any further, there's a little conspiracy going around that Brett might be ducking the show because he's on a little bit of a losing streak. We can't confirm it. No, this is not we saw this on Twitter.
He will 100% text us if he watches the show. I don't think he'll watch the show, so
this is how we'll know if he's first of all if he watches. But this was some random person on Twitter said this. This was not all right. Like I thought it had some legs. It could have some legs.
They tweeted at us and they said Brett started off hot, then he started to cool down, and then he hasn't been back on the show. But who knows?
He's not getting squeezed out or anything.
I'm gonna stick up for my guy. I think Brett has just been busy. So
I think so too. I don't think he'd duck the show just because he's on a little bit of a cold streak. I don't think he's that type of guy.
Stick up for my guy. But all right, let's get into this real quick. Nagy. We were at 12-4. Then we went 11-5 to 10-6. We're talking about the Bears here.
No shit.
The Chicago Bears, that is.
I mean, do you like realistically? I gotta say this first off, and you've been on this. I will give you this one. You've been on this train for a while. Like Nick Foles blows.
Yes, he does.
He is just. Not,
I said that the first week too.
I know their offense line isn't that good, but like if you remember when they were on the 6-yard line in the first or second quarter, he literally had a crossing route in man-to-man coverage. The guy was open by like 6 yards for a touchdown, and he went to like double coverage, and it was like, what are you looking at right here? Like,
yeah, bro.
It's like at least Mitch gives you like legs or something, like
right. And honestly, like when you look at like the whole reason the Bears wanted to bring on a new quarterback and what ended up being Nick Foles was they wanted someone that could hit the long ball accurately. But he had two great opportunities to hit over 30-yard passes for like potential touchdowns.
I know a lot of people. The one that would have took the lead in the fourth quarter. I know a lot of people are like, that guy's got to come up with that catch. Yeah, but it's also like as an NFL quarterback, like you got to make. That wasn't the best throw by any means. Like would have been an insane catch.
Right, and like Anthony Miller is not a top wide receiver, so I mean, you got to give him a chance, like a slightly better chance to catch the ball, especially if we're going to sign you and pay you $16 million of your contract. Like, and that's the reason we didn't start Trubisky anymore is because we think Nick Foles is supposed to make those passes and Mitch can't. Like, okay, obviously, no, the fuck he can't because we can't score any fucking offensive touchdowns. So
here's one thing. I'll defend Nick Foles a little bit. It is a lot harder to hit those throws when you can get literally nothing rolling. Like it's like you're coming out of like a 5-minute break and then being asked like to go hit a throw. Like it's just like you can get nothing going. Like half your drives are 3 and outs. You get like 0 fucking yards. Not an excuse at an NFL level, but it is like I feel like we're not seeing the best version of Nick Foles because of how bad the supporting cast is.
But I also think there's only one good version of Nick Foles, and that's if with the Eagles during I think if he would have stayed with the Eagles, even the year
it could have been a fairy tale run. There's no doubt about that.
But no, I'm saying I think he would have been all right. Like he did get hurt early at Jacksonville, but he wasn't good the game that he played within Jacksonville. The previous years that there was a reason why he was a backup quarterback in Philadelphia because he was a horrible regular, a starting quarterback before he got to Philadelphia. He hasn't been a good quarterback other than those 2 years. I do think he had a really good relationship with Doug Peterson and they understood each other. And I think that if he maybe stayed there, that was by far his best chance of succeeding. I don't think he's this guy that's going to go out and do well in 90% of situations. I think he has to connect with the coach, and clearly him and Matt Nagy do not click by any means. I will give him this in this sense, but this is also this could also stick up for Trubisky too, because Trubisky dealt with the same thing. It was a 3rd and 6, and I don't know if you guys noticed, the Vikings blitzed on every 3rd down. They just went all out cover 0. There was one play, it was 3rd and 6. The shortest route was 21 yards. 21 yards. They ran 3 routes, a go route, an out route, and a corner route. The shortest route was 20 yards. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is also this could make Trubisky give him a reason why it was tough too. Is
true.
You can't expect any quarterback to do well with that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Especially when the Bears, you know that your O-line's not good. So you giving these long routes on a 3rd and 6 against a defense that likes to blitz, no quarterback's going to succeed during that. So Nick Foles has a lot of problems too, but it's also what I think is kind of bullshit in terms for Mitch though is a lot of the things that is happening to Nick Foles was happening to Mitch, and Mitch got the short end of the stick just because he was the number 2 pick. You know what I mean?
100%.
He already had a season. He already had a whole fucking season to do it, though, or 2 seasons, whatever it was.
Right, but I can show you a picture. I'll find it on Twitter after the show.
Oh, how wide open that dude was.
How wide open this guy was for a touchdown. Yeah. If Mitch Trubisky was at quarterback, he'd get grilled. And he had enough time to throw the ball to him, and he'd even look at this guy. It was on the 5-yard line, and it's that's my point of that of Mitch just gets thrown under the bus, which rightfully so, but you have to have the same energy with Nick Foles. I think you can't all of a sudden have all these Matt Nagy was Mitch Trubisky's offense coordinator too. It wasn't just Nick Foles. You know what I mean? You can't just all of a sudden be well, the O-line sucked. It sucked for Mitch too, and I think Matt Nagy's a horrible offense play caller, but it's the same guy both times. So it's is it as much Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky's fault as it is just they're not good offensive coaches? But I was telling Olina this, Nagy, before you joined earlier. The Bears have the 2nd best defense in football in terms of all the analytics. They have the 2nd worst offense in the NFL in terms of analytics, which clearly just shows having a good defense really doesn't matter if your offense isn't okay. And I think that showed last year with the Steelers, and it shows this year with the Bears that offense is 100% the dominating factor in football.
Yeah. Even the best defenses can't stop some of the better offenses these days.
100%.
I mean, but my takes, I need to get a compilation if someone can edit this, so that'd be fucking hilarious. Where every week I say I love the opposite team, whoever's playing the Bears. Oh, I love the Vikings here. Oh, I love the Panthers here. And then
you would probably be 5-5 though. You know what I mean?
But then I would be right around 5-5. But then saying they're the worst 5-1 team, which were spot on.
That was spot on, yeah.
I mean, they were the worst 4-0 team, or whatever the fuck it was. 3-0 team, 4-0 team, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, whatever the fuck it was. They were the worst of all fucking time in the NFL. And that is I don't like to kick a man when he's down, but I mean, holy shit. I mean, this is.
You know what's crazy is since Nagy said that the Steelers were the worst 4-0 team.
What the fuck?
What a shit. The Steelers are 5-0 since then, and the Bears are 1-5. Or 1-4.
I already rescinded the comment. You
did. Okay, but this is what I wanted to ask you is, do you think the Bears still make the playoffs? Now, they did say if games get canceled, they're going to extend it to 8 teams, and then I think it's like kind of tough for them not to. But if it's, let's just say there's 7 teams in it, we're going to say 7 teams.
Man, it's really hard to say yes right now, considering I don't really know the outlook of David Montgomery. Because yesterday, like, we didn't have obviously we haven't had Tariq Cohen since the beginning of the season, and like Tariq Cohen makes a difference on this Bears offense for sure.
Who?
Tariq Cohen.
I thought it was Tariq. Or am I?
See, I heard it. A lot of people say his name.
The announcers call it how Nagy calls it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But I think like all of us.
His is spelled Tarik. So I always call him Tariq, so people don't get confused with Tyreek Hill or something.
So right now, you guys are the 8th seed.
Right.
And next week,
honestly,
Lions, Texans, Vikings,
no, shut the fuck. Okay, all right. I can
Jags
say
win.
whether or not I'm going to make. All right, we're going on to the fucking Cards then.
Dude, do you think it is or not? Do you think they make the playoffs? Yes.
I was trying to explain it. No.
Oh my God! Don't be a little baby. Yes or no?
I'm pulling up the schedule. I'm legitimately want to know the order of teams.
They play at Green Bay. I'm telling you right now, they play.
I know, like the next couple games, but I want to know if
unplug your headphones, unplug your headphones, and plug back in. But at Green Bay versus Detroit versus Houston at Minnesota, like they should beat Houston and Jacksonville. Those teams are just so bad.
Houston's on the upswing though, bro. I'm telling you.
But like
Jacksonville will play them tough too.
At Green Bay, super tough. At Minnesota, clearly going to be tough. Green Bay at home.
That's tough.
It's just going to be tough. I don't know.
Almost lost to the fucking Jaguars this week, so I don't want to hear shit about how amazing the Packers are.
But then you got to go to Jacksonville, which is even scarier.
I don't care about Jackson. Did you see their quarterback this past week?
Yeah, he's.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say you're not worried about Jacksonville.
The Jags defense is not good, and Aaron Rodgers did not play against a shitty.
But that's what Green Bay's been doing this year, though. Like they'll look really good, then they'll look like. Well, I guess the Vikings are still 4-5, though. It's not like they're
right. So I wouldn't say that Green Bay is like an automatic loss for the Bears.
Did you watch the Bears play Monday night? They can't beat anyone.
I watched every game this year.
Dude, the Bears will be lucky to win. The Bears will be lucky to go 9-7.
And those there's definitely
how many more wins would that be? That'd be okay. Yeah, 8-8 is like where the line would be.
That's what I'm thinking. I honestly think the Bears will go 8-8. I think they'll finish the season 3-3.
I think they'll be 7-9.
What you think they'll lose to the Packers twice and the Vikings again, or what?
Yeah,
I would say that's the most likely situation. Like I think they beat Houston and Jacksonville, and then the Detroit game is like kind of like what Detroit do you get? Because like Detroit can lay an egg, and like clearly at home the Bears would win that game. But if Detroit plays well, like that isn't going to be an easy game. At Minnesota is not going to be an easy game because it's not at home, and like I just think the Bears are depleted too. Like you got to factor that in.
The Lions and the Texans being at home for the Bears is big though. Like out the December Chicago.
That's what I'm saying is like Detroit. Like I think if they come out and play well, they can beat them. But like the end of the year, I could see them beating Green Bay. But also like I wouldn't be shocked.
It depends if Green Bay
that's
has
what I'm saying.
Green Bay locked up. Yeah,
Green Bay could maybe not even play, and the Bears get that game. But like,
which would be fucked
at Green Bay, and it's a Sunday night game. It's primetime game. Like I just
primetime Dick Rogers. No fucking way they're beating.
Not even like primetime just Bears offense is like
primetime Dick.
So bad. So
I'm not kidding when I say like I miss Mitchell Trubisky so much, and I never would have thought I would say that after.
See, I don't think he's like that much better.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you like. Obviously, you can say you miss him, but I'm like, do you think it's that much better, or are you just like, fuck it, I'll take him?
With how bad like the offensive line is, and the offensive line is hurt. Like I'm not trying to throw.
Is he how long? How much longer is he out though? Because like he wasn't even dressed right Monday night.
Who, Mitch?
Yeah,
they were projecting him to be fine after the bye before this game.
Who do you?
How long
think they'll
out now?
You think they'll beat by?
They haven't released like the full extent of Nick. They said it's looking better than they initially thought.
So, but they haven't said like anything about if he's gonna be good to go or.
The Bears have brought on,
DeShone Kizer is gonna try out.
DeShone Kizer.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I did see that. God,
I think that'd be awesome. Imagine Kizer just goes against his old team and whoops their ass on Sunday night. Celebrate the holidays.
He's just there for a backup. Like he wouldn't start ahead of Bray, even though Bray's dog shit too.
I don't know. I mean, dude, Bray was awful.
That's the thing, though, is like
there's one drive. But.
What if Mitch gets hurt again and Nick Foles is out for like 3 weeks? Like you guys can't beat anyone with Tyler Bray.
No, then we'd probably tank.
Yeah, but you've already won so much. It's tough to tank when you've already won 5 games.
Yeah, but it's better to only have 6 wins than to have.
Oh, for sure. Than have 7 or 8. Yeah. That's the difference of like 5 draft picks. But well,
I want Mitch. I want Mitch back because yes, it does make a difference. Like I don't know why people say, "Oh, that doesn't make a difference." Like we literally don't have either running back right now, and so Nick Foles is literally forced to pass the ball.
What would you say if Mitch came back and they like literally have 100 yards of offense?
Give it back to Nick then.
No.
I said, what would you say if like Mitch comes back and they play the Packers on Sunday night and they have 100 yards of offense?
Trubisky should get just as many games as Nick has gotten. So he should get at least 2 games if Mitch.
Okay.
The Packers is not the easiest game to come back off an injury.
No, it's not at all. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can go away from Mitch. Like, I don't think you could start. This is what I'm saying. I don't think you could start Mitch against Green Bay, and then if he looks awful, then go back to Nick Foles. Like, I don't think so either.
I think
that would be hilarious if they did.
If they just like each game just went back and forth, like that would be the dumbest thing ever.
Like I really think like. I really miss Mitch. Like his not just like him like being able to run and like obviously play better than Nick Foles has the past 3 weeks, but his energy, like Nick Foles has 0 fucking happiness on the football field. Like he looks like the most depressed.
Yeah, no, he does. I will agree with that.
I don't fuck with that. Like if
that's bad vibes. I hate that shit.
If you're gonna be the quarterback of the football team, I don't even care if you're ass or dog shit. Like, yes, I would like us to have a good quarterback like other teams, but at least like fucking show you want to be there and play some football on prime time TV. Like
someone
fucking boring.
Someone tweeted that like he looks like that dude who like has talent whose dad forces him to play and he never wants to be there, and it's just like like the kid who goes and parties after every game hoping to get kicked off the football team because his dad just like it's like that's Nick Foles. Like if you look at him, he literally shows no emotion. It's like he does, like you said, it's like he doesn't want to be out there.
Dude, he's like Kyle Hendricks, but he's ass. Like he's not.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's get on to something else, bro. I'm so
tired.
All right,
I gotta say this.
Wait. So is Jay Cutler the best quarterback that Bears fans have seen like in the past 20 years?
Yeah, probably.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's gotta be. Dude, Cutler could fucking sling the ball though. At least
he was ripping the pigskin, ripping darts, dude.
Ripping cigarettes, dude.
Yeah, I fuck with Jay Cutler.
All right, you guys.
The Steelers are undefeated still.
Weekly segment of sitting on the Bears.
Steelers.
Wait, let's see.
Steelers are still undefeated.
Awesome.
They have a tough matchup this week too.
Against the Bengals, yeah.
Well, hey, moron! You fucking took the Bengals.
I'm just kidding.
Dude, wait. Let's talk.
I was more mad that they fucked my do or die. But the only reason I took the Bengals.
Why would you take them?
Is because when we did the show, it wasn't clear that Big Ben.
You should have switched it though once you knew that he was playing. Like you.
I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
Yeah, you can scratch it if that happens.
Hell yeah! That's a huge.
Was not clear on that.
But I think you should just like stop chasing the Steelers, stop betting against them or on them.
Yeah, they're a weird team to bet on. Wait. Let's do a quick rundown. Like,
they're super weird.
Are the Raiders gonna get in? You think to the playoffs?
Yeah, 6-4. Yeah,
they're 6-3, and they're probably gonna beat the Chiefs again this week.
I don't know about that one, bud.
I do.
If they do, they have a legit chance of winning the division.
That would be nuts, but they will not win the division. I can guarantee.
No, they're not going to. But I hope they beat the Chiefs.
Even if they win this week, literally zero. They will blow it somehow, some way.
So the problem with the Raiders though is they are 6-3, but you lose one game, you can find yourself in 9th place. Like the AFC,
yeah.
Has
here's their schedule:
4, 5, 6 teams that are 6-3.
Here's their schedule: at home against the Chiefs, on the road against the Falcons, then the Jets. So you think they can win both games, but those are not gimmies like with the Raiders.
Yeah, even at the Falcons, like that's not an easy game.
Not at all. The Falcons are heating up a little bit, and then you got the Colts and Chargers and Dolphins at home back to back weeks, which is Colts, Chargers, and Dolphins could all win those games.
Yeah.
And then you go on the road to the Broncos to end it. So I mean, they legitimately could win one more game and it wouldn't shock me, which is crazy after you're 6-3 through the first 9.
The Steelers might have the most team-friendly schedule ever. So they played at Baltimore, tough game. They had a little stretch of Cleveland, Tennessee, Baltimore, tough. Okay. They won those, though. Then they went to Dallas, home against the Bengals. They play at Jacksonville this weekend. Then they play the Ravens at home. Then they get the Washington football team at home. Then they go to Buffalo. Then they go to Cincinnati. And then they end the year with the Colts and the Browns, which who knows if those games matter, but I have a feeling with how good the Chiefs are, that the Steelers might have to go 16-0 to get the 1 seed.
Could you imagine if the 1 seed is 16-0 and the Chiefs are 15-1 or whoever the fuck it is?
That'd be nuts. That's why I hope I hope the Raiders beat the Chiefs, because the Steelers need a wiggle room. They're gonna drop one. They're just not.
Yeah, somewhere it's going to happen. But
they're not that great of a team. Their defense is good, but their offense isn't
Yeah, I mean they're probably if I had to take a guess on what their record should be, it's probably 7-2, a solid fucking team.
Yeah.
7-2, 8-1, but 9-0 is just crazy
for sure.
But if you guys had to look, Raiders make the playoffs, yes or no?
I would say no.
Me too.
Honestly, I would say no. I just think their schedule's too tough.
Too tough.
With all those teams right there, if you drop one game, you can go to the 9 seed. I just think it's too tough.
I mean, the Colts are fighting for their lives. The Dolphins are fighting for their lives. The Chiefs need this win.
I would say if we get the extra spot. But the only bad thing, so if we do get the extra spot, does that mean the 1 seed just doesn't get a bye week then?
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It has to. I think.
But right? I would agree with you, Nagy. I think that 8, because I think if they do go to 8, I think the Raiders then do make it. I would not be shocked if they finish.
Still have a chance to make it even with 7. I'm not saying.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So where? Now. I mean, 1, 2. They'll probably be favored in 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So if they won all those games, then they'd be 10-6, which would be obviously playoffs. But
yeah,
see them dropping one of those, which is 9-7. Does 9-7 might not get you in?
That's what I'm saying. 9-7 probably doesn't, but it might if they have 8 teams.
Right. I don't know. I would say this year, 9-7 is your highest chance of making the playoffs. Whereas
any other year.
Dude,
it's like
no, because
you got the Colts, the
Titans,
AFC,
the AFC. You have the Titans,
Dolphins,
the Dolphins, the Raiders, the
right. But
Ravens, Browns, Ravens
like,
and Browns.
That's what all those teams have 6 wins or more right now.
Right. I'm just saying if like there's only 2 teams that end up 9-7, like it just comes down obviously to a tiebreaker. So that's why
this would be like the least chance you.
I think
that
though.
you get with,
I think if there's
7.
I think if there's 8 teams, they get in because I think they'll finish with a better record than the Titans. I think if there's 7 teams, they probably don't get in. I think the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs. I don't think the Browns
Dolphins. Dude, the Dolphins have.
I don't really. Dude, this is
easy schedule.
The AFC playoff picture is going to be nuts. Like coming down.
Yeah, like give this a few more weeks to develop. This is going to be crazy.
But let's get into the games, Nag.
All right, just real quick update on the records and standings. Michael and Lena plus or 1 unit each. So Michael on the season's plus 1.25. Alina's plus 5.03. Brett and I both dropped a decent amount of units and are down, and Brett probably still has a little bit of a chance. He needs to go off like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, but yep, everyone just tunes in for my parlay pretty much at this point because that's the only chance I stand. I have a juicy one, so I'm excited to get to the parlay. I really like it a lot more than the last 2 weeks. It is an extra team, but I think the games this week have a lot better underdogs than in the past weeks. I've just thrown out random ones. So I'm down over 60, but the one I have this week would put me in first place if it hits. So we'll get to the cards after we talk about our highlight games. So
this one's plus 60, 70 units?
More than that, but yeah.
What? Wow, okay.
So how many odds does that have to be? Like would that have to be like what is it, like plus 60?
Well, I don't want to spoil it. I'll get to it when we get there, but it's a big one. And they're all underdogs, all underdog money lines. That's what I got. I'm just going to do one of those each week. I potentially have a chance.
All right.
Wow. So Thursday night football, we got another big matchup. Bro, it's crazy. I feel like the Cardinals have like a must-watch game every week in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
So we got the Cardinals going to Seattle, their second matchup of the year. Cardinals are 3-point underdogs, and the over-under is 57.5.
This kind of feels like a must-win for the Seahawks. Like it kind of feels like if they lose
4 in a row, if they lose
4 in a row, like they definitely aren't going to win the division if they lose this game. Plus, like they just haven't looked. Their defense is so bad. Like it is so bad. Also, Russell Wilson hasn't looked like Russell Wilson the past 3 weeks. So like this is like they already lost to the Cardinals. Losing both would be horrible for them. Yeah, I think this is a must win for the Seahawks. Absolute must win. And I think like it's almost falls on Russ's hands because Seahawks defense is so fucking bad. They're so bad. It is absurd how bad they are. Going from the beginning of the Russ era when they
Legion of boom.
Yeah, they relied on the defense to now it's like
one of the rare defensive MVP Super Bowls.
Yeah. But I would personally go with the Seahawks because they're at home. I've been so bad on Thursday and Monday nights and really good on Sunday picks. But so like do with that as you please.
You had a big brain fart and you took the Bears though. That was just I don't know what.
Yeah, that was bad. But I would go Seahawks at home. I think it's a must win for them.
Yeah, it seems like it. But -3 is just I feel like you're like asking they probably should fucking bounce back. I'd say Seahawks too. Fuck it. This over under doesn't. I don't like the over-under. I'll take the Seahawks as well. It is a hungry dog runs faster. Cardinals are coming off the Hail Murray. V coined that. That should be a fucking shirt, by the way. I don't know if he coined it, but he tweeted it. And that shit was, I mean, that's kind of like your dopamine levels are just like too high. Like you can't ride that. That's impossible. So, AKA letdown, take the Hawks. The hungry bird flies faster. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, it's just insane how great some of these highlight offensive plays can be this year, and just like have nothing of it come out of Chicago. It's just so depressing. I really like the Cardinals here. I mean, it's crazy how good they play ahead in games and behind in games. Like, I don't know what's going on, but like their culture in Arizona is so fucking great right now. Like, and I don't even like their defense is really underrated. But they still like give up a decent amount of points. It just feels like their defense always has like one or two like big stops a game. Yeah. Like you need a good defense to make those big stops.
They're pretty young, so like they're getting better every week. Right. That's for sure.
So I mean, I really like the points here. I mean, we talked all season about like how Russ can't even win by more than a field goal or a touchdown. Now they can't even win. I understand, like, it kind of feels like a trap because, like, the Seahawks just don't lose this many games in a row. So it kind of feels
have they lost at home, though, in any of this? Has it all been on the road?
Yeah, they lost.
They lost. Who'd they lose to? They lost to
they almost lost to the Vikings at home.
That was forever ago. Yeah, they won that game.
Bills on the road, Cardinals
and Niners on the road too. It was all on the road.
No, they beat the Niners. So this would be 4 out of 5 because they haven't lost at home this year. Wildly enough.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think so.
They lost at Arizona on that Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
They went home and beat the Niners. Then they lost at Buffalo and then at LA this past weekend.
That's what it was. Okay. So, yeah.
So they defend their fucking turf.
I also
take them.
I also really enjoy the over.
If they can, sorry to interrupt you real quick, Nagy, though, but if they can win this weekend, they have literally
no one left to play.
No. They do, but they have 4 straight games. They're all the NFC East teams. They go to Philly.
What?
To Philly, New York at home.
Oh, they sweep that.
New York at home at Washington. So, like, if they could win this game, they could rattle off a 5 game.
5 straight. And that put them at 11 wins? Are they at 6 wins already?
Yeah, put them at 11 wins, yeah.
See, thing that doesn't even lock up the fucking division. That's crazy how that division is.
Is that the Cardinals or Seattle?
Seattle.
Okay.
But they all do. The whole division plays that whole team. I don't know about 4 straight times.
Right.
Yeah, but they've already a lot of them have already played.
Yeah. Okay.
I also like the over here. I feel like anytime the Cardinals or Seattle play like almost maybe any team in the NFL except for maybe like the top 3 or 4 defenses, like 60 points is almost inevitable at this point. So I like it over again.
Well, yeah, I agree with you because, like, Russell knows he has to score like 35 to win this game. Yeah, exactly. And like, do you really think that the defense can stop Arizona? I don't.
No. Now, Kenyon Drake is playing a lot better than he did at the beginning of the season too. So, like, Kenyon Drake and Chris Carson is actually supposed to be finally like the best health since like week 5 or 6, I think. So both teams are going to be able to spread their passing game out a lot more with both running games being the best they've been in the season, possibly with Chris Carson being back. But that's just my take. And I'm happy he's back because I have him on like 2 fantasy teams.
Hell yeah.
So next game we got the Tennessee Titans coming off a tough Thursday night loss to the Colts last week. Going to the Ravens, also coming off a tough loss against the interesting Patriots team that who the fuck knows what's going on there. But we also talked about monsoon game. Was that really like a terrible loss for the Ravens, or the monsoon just like that had to be the worst weather that Lamar Jackson has ever played in his entire career.
It's playoff-esque weather.
The line is the Ravens -6.5 and over/under is 49.
I love the Ravens in this game. I just think that the Titans aren't that good.
They got so overhyped.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. And their defense isn't good. When Derrick Henry can't rush for 200 yards, Ryan Tannehill is an average at best quarterback.
Yeah, bro, they really put Ryan Tannehill up there like he was a fucking MVP.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you're sitting there, and do you really trust Tannehill to beat the Ravens? Because the monsoon game, what can you really put on that? I think the Patriots are starting to play better football too, so it's that's not really fully Ravens. Plus I think Lamar is going to bounce back because the Titans aren't good. So
I agree. Yeah.
So
I don't know about 6.5 though.
See, I kind of like that, but I think the Ravens win this football game. I think the Titans are slowly going to start. They don't have the easiest schedule. And I think losing against the Colts kind of almost gave the Colts the division because then they have to go to Indianapolis. And this week, obviously, they play at Baltimore.
After that, though, they got the Browns, Jags, and Lions.
They do have an easier schedule, but it's if you lose these next two,
you're
6 and 5.
The pressure's on, yeah.
The Browns are tough. That's not easy. But
yeah, I'm counting the Browns as an easy game, and it's not.
That's what I'm saying. They're 6-3. You know what I mean? So that's not. But I like the Ravens in this game.
With the 6.5.
I would under a touchdown. I would take the Ravens.
Yeah, that'd be my pick as well. There's no fucking shot I'd take the Titans. Maybe a little bit of haunting of that playoff loss. Maybe a little bit of revenge here. Both coming off a loss to the Patriots, who are I know they're not the same Pats, but it's Lamar can't beat these guys.
I didn't even think about that, Alina. They're coming. It's a revenge game for the Ravens.
Yeah, big revenge game. And obviously they're going to be pissed off because they just fucking lost. I would. There's no way I'd take the Titans. I just couldn't. But I'm not so sure the Titans are that bad. the NFL is so fucking weird. You go. They just embarrass the fucking Bills, and the Bills have. They arguably should have beat.
Yeah, they should have beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Bills just had 2 really good wins against the Seahawks and the Cardinals. That's a tough division. So, I know they didn't actually win that second game, but it's NFL is so week to week that I'm not the Ravens don't show me enough for me to be confident in them like they were last year at all. So I
agree. I think
take them, but I don't love it.
It's weird because I feel like this is one of the matchups where you look at both teams, and I think both sides of the ball have gotten worse since last season.
I agree with that.
Both offenses, maybe not drastically, but both offenses and both defenses are not as proficient.
I think maybe the Ravens defense is as good, but their offense is kind of drastically worse.
Yeah, and then that makes up the difference because I feel with the Titans, their defense got that way worse than So I think this is a close game. I like the under 49 here. I think it's going to be a 20-23 game, and I think the Titans are going to cover, maybe win.
Okay. In that 2023, do you think the Ravens win? Are you saying though, or do you think?
I just think that's kind of going to be the ballpark area. I think both kickers, Gostkowski and Justin Tucker, it's going to be kind of a kickers game. Who can make more field goals? So that's kind of I'm not sure. It's going to really come down to that.
I think if that's what it comes down to, kicking, Tucker definitely has the.
Sure, that's fair, and it's in Baltimore, so there'll be more the background behind the field goal post. Gotta respect the kickers and the hard work that they put into each week of an NFL season, bro. It's really some hard, dedicated work. All right, next game we gotta talk about. get to talk about. We got the fuckers of Cheeseheadville. We got the Packers going into Indianapolis and Lucas Oil, who shout out Indianapolis, sounding like they're on the cusp of obtaining the entire March Madness tournament.
Yep.
We'll get into that once it's officialized. So Packers underdogs +2, Colts -2 coming off one of their best wins of the season, and then over-unders 51.5.
Who did the Colts just beat?
The Colts just beat Tennessee in Tennessee.
Right, 31-17.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what the fuck? That was a crazy second half.
I don't really know what to think of this game. Like, I think the Packers recently in the past few years, like the teams that have beat them have been physical teams, and that's legit what the Colts are. They run the football and they play physical defense. But I mean, the Packers also, like, after they play like shit against a shitty team and then look good against good teams. Granted, other than the Buccaneers game, obviously, but I would not gamble on this game. I don't like. I could see it going either way. If I had to lean something, I would lean Colts because they're at home. But indoors, like, also helps Rodgers. Like, outdoors, I think this would be like, okay, Colts can just run the ball, and Aaron Rodgers has to rely on his run game, and the Colts might have the best run defense in football. But indoors, I mean, Rodgers can do whatever the fuck he wants. But I would lean the Colts because they're at home.
The owner did put the decision to have the dome open.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I bet it's just too cold now.
It's too cold now, but that is kind of cool. But anyway, Alina, what do you think?
I guess I'll take the Packers just in like a sort of bounce back spot. Like, I think the Colts, I don't think them traveling to Indianapolis could be like the easiest place to play in the NFL in this season. Like, it's probably like you can hear a fucking pin drop. It's just like
they got some fans.
Yeah, but the Colts fans are not loud.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so I'll take the Packers and the points. I think the way they played last week, they're getting a little bit. I think they probably should be favored here, so I'll have Packers points here.
Yeah, I unfortunately like the Packers here. I was a week off on my call for the Colts to be good. I said that they were going to beat the Ravens at home, and then they actually went and destroyed Tennessee. So I was just a week off for the Colts. So hopefully my feeling for the Packers is wrong here, because I would love to see them lose. I mean, these are my two most hated teams in the NFL. So
hey, do you used to be a Colts?
Wait. Yeah, what the hell? You still like the Colts?
I liked Peyton Manning. We watch Colts games because of Peyton Manning. I would not say that like.
So when you went full Bears though, you developed hate for the Colts.
It was more based around my friends that were Colts fans, where my hatred really accelerated.
I can understand that.
Yeah, Colts fans do suck, but Bears fans are the worst.
Yeah, but if you are a Bears fan yourself,
yeah, you're not gonna think you're the worst, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least we're loyal. Like, Colts fans are so fair weathered, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. They're just if they're doing bad, they're like, we'll get them next year, bro.
Bears fans, yeah. I mean, you could be dog shit, and you guys.
Yeah, that's good, but like, just here's the big story on why I hate Bears fans is, this is funny, but if this ever happened to me, like, I would be so fucking mad. So I forget who told me the story, but it was at Soldier Field, the Vikings versus the Bears, and some guy comes back with like 4 to 6 beers, and a Bears fan just knocks them out of his hand, bro. Bro, it's like $100 just down the drain. And like, what are you gonna do? You got like a bunch of drunk asshole Chicago Bears fans. Like,
yeah,
like, you're gonna get your ass kicked if you do it.
That's funny as fuck.
How pissed would you be if that happened to you, bro? Like I would
leave the game.
Oh, no chance I'm sitting back down.
Yeah, I would leave.
You either like find a way to swing on that guy. Like I don't give a fuck if it's like whatever you got to do, but you either do that or get the fuck out. There's no watching the rest of that game. No way.
Yeah, your only hope is like you went to the game with 4 Bears fans because like they're your friends.
Then they're like, dude, what the? And
they start whooping the guy too.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
the Bears fans around will be like, they're Bears fans.
Yeah, it's Bears versus Bears.
We're not gonna fight that, and then you could win the fight. But like, I would probably just leave. Like,
which I mean, because both, if you get in the fight, you're gone either way. So it's like,
were they like sitting right next to them?
Yeah, it like he was like scooting into his aisle. Yeah, I think.
Okay, in that case, I know this might sound like a little bit of a bitch move, but if it's a packed fucking house, I'm just gonna fucking tell the fucking person and get him kicked out of the game so we have more room in our aisle.
Yeah, but what if the guy comes up and all the Bears fans are like, that never happened, and you just like
no, he just dropped. Like, dude, I could see like all the Bears fans like
if the beer got on the people. If the beer got on the other Bears fans around,
I see what you're saying.
It could have been, but I don't remember.
Saying, but I think like the power of everyone else not being on your side, I think is so big. Like
the only way that works though is if it's like halftime and no one's paying attention to the game, and then But the moment an usher sees you with a Viking shirt, the guy's probably like, I don't know what you want me to do. Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
your friend, whatever.
The guy was a Vikings fan.
Fan.
Never mind. I discount everything I just said. I thought.
So what would you do? What would you do then?
If I was the Vikings fan?
Yeah, you just got your beer, like $100 worth of beer knocked out of your hand.
I mean, I probably guess I just fucking cuss him out.
Cuss him out.
That was a totally like I really don't know what I do.
Well, like if you're
I agree with you.
You're in Soldier Field, like you probably put at least like $1,000 into this trip. Like you don't want to leave the game.
Oh, dude, no chance. I don't know.
Like that's rich or something like, and you don't.
$1,000. It doesn't have to be $1,000, does it?
It depends if you hotel everything.
Yeah, can you not? Is driving down to the game not feasible? Like, how far is Minneapolis from?
We're getting way too into this. This is
that's true. Whatever.
We don't even know the actual story.
This could be a made up story.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. We need to get off of this.
But that's why the Bears. That's why I fucking hate like just asshole Bears fans. Like you fucking cocksuckers.
There's assholes in every franchise though. Like
that's very true. But I feel like that's such a Bears fan move. Like just thinking that's like, this is my fucking house.
I feel like that happened more in like the 80s and the 90s than it does now though. Like way more.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope.
Anyways,
probably yeah.
Like I said,
you went way too far into that.
I like the Packers in the spot.
So funny.
I do also like the over the Packers.
Wait. We're talking about the Packers Colts game too. We just went into a 15-minute discussion about Bears Vikings
because
spilling beer. No, I know how we got into the conversation, but I'm just saying like we kept saying we're way too into this conversation. And then when you started talking about the Packers Colts again, I was like, wait, we're not even. This is a fucking Packers Colts. Okay,
dude,
fuck
the over. Next game, no, I'm kidding.
Over 51.5. The Packers like tackling and defense.
Wait. Here, sorry before you keep going. You should just like cut your analysis super short, Nagy. You were down 60 in the hole, bro. Like no one is taking your picks. Bro. Like just say your picks and move on. Like you were down way too many years to be giving some analysis.
+2 because the refs are going to help the Packers win the football game.
All right, let's go next. Come on.
Oh my lord!
All right, next game. How many have we done so far? 3, 2? I don't know.
3, I believe.
All right. Next game, we got Chiefs and the Raiders. Oakland blows. Chiefs -7.5. I'm taking -7.5, and I'll take the under because I think the Raiders will only score 14.
Raiders will win this game.
Chiefs
Raiders will win this game.
I think the Chiefs win this game, but I think it's going to be a close game. Andy Reid and John Gruden were kind of bickering back and forth about some just stupid bullshit, but rivalry renewed.
The Raiders have been fined like $1 million worth of COVID from Gruden, so he's got to pay him back with a big win here. Raiders,
dude, they have been fined an absurd amount of money.
It's crazy.
But
Raiders win the game. I'm telling you right now.
No,
right. I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I gotta pretend I didn't say that because then it won't happen.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to take the over, but no one cares. So keep going.
You're taking the over.
Didn't you say you liked the under?
I was just getting through fast because I wanted to say the Raiders are only going to score 14, but they'll score more than 14.
All right, so you like the under?
Wait, wasn't that game like 50-48 last time?
Yeah, it was super high scoring. Well, the second and fourth quarters were super high scoring.
All right, yeah, fuck it.
But I mean, yeah, the full game was super high scoring. But
yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. Actually, I got to keep mushing it. Chiefs -7, Chiefs money line, all that. Go.
I don't like any of the lines, but I would lean towards Chiefs just from a bounce back game from losing earlier.
All right, final game, Monday Night Football. We got the LA Rams taking on Tom Brady, coming off high scoring performance. The line's -4 Tampa, and the over/unders 48.5. I like the I like the Rams to win outright and the over.
I like the over too.
Over seems like a trap, doesn't it?
Yeah, it almost does, but it's like, dude, the Rams offense is starting to figure it out. Plus, the Bucs defense hasn't been that good lately. But also, I don't know. Have the Rams figured it out? Like, are they back to like to the team that went to the Super Bowl?
They've been playing not as good of defenses since their horrible loss to the Dolphins. Like, was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. No, 3. It was 3 weeks. They had a bye in between. It was 3.
But also, their offense turned it over. Like they out.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the Dolphins got a bunch of those points off turnovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Jared Goff is not good against a good front seven.
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. And on the road.
But I don't think I think the Bucs front seven is super overrated.
Yeah. Oh, dude. They talked about them like they were the best in football, and every time I watch them, they give up like 500 yards.
They have one like good defensive stat compared to the rest of the league, and then like everyone on ESPN just rides their dick on that one.
Yeah, and they also think Todd Bowles is like way better than what he is, the D coordinator. But
third week with a Buccaneer primetime game.
What did you say?
Is this the third straight week with the Tampa Bay?
No, Carolina Tampa Bay was a 1:00 game.
Okay, so this is 3 out of the last 4 weeks, though.
Yes. 2. Yeah. But yeah, I like the over though. I do like the over in this.
Tom Brady's been bad in primetime this year.
He has been bad in primetime this year.
So is it the third straight one or no?
No, it's the last 4 weeks though.
Yeah.
And they've lost every time, right?
They lost to the Saints. They lost to the Bears. Did they play the Saints twice in primetime this year? Like
that was week 1.
The first one was
that was a 4-20-25.
So, and they lost to.
They played the Giants on Monday night. That's right.
Yeah, they did win.
They looked terrible though.
But they
looked
awful.
Yes,
they looked horrible.
Oh yeah.
Shit, so take the Rams +4, I guess. But I mean, you can win a game by 4 and look terrible. That's what happened against the Giants. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I hate this game. I guess I'll take Bucs -4, but don't really like it.
I like the over.
In the over.
All right, let's get to the cards. Fuck it. I'm gonna go through mine first because no one cares.
No, but they gotta fade you though too.
Right. So pay attention closely if you want to fade. I will go semi-slow. All my picks except for my do or die are overs, and then like obviously the get on your knees, pray to God, underdog, underdog, pray on your knees to God, underdog parlay of the week. Okay. First game, Cardinals, Seattle over 57.5. Second game, Steelers, Jacksonville over 46.5. Chiefs, Raiders over 56.5. Dolphins, and who are the Dolphins playing?
Jets.
The Broncos. No, Dolphins are
Oh, the
playing the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Dolphins, Broncos over 45.
Oh, the Chargers are playing the Jets. My bad.
Yeah.
And then my on your knee or underdog, pray to God.
On your knees, dirty knees. Look at these.
These nuts. I got 5 underdogs money line.
Who you got?
We got the Falcons beating the Saints and Jameis Winston, who are 5-point underdogs.
I like that.
All money lines, by the way, obviously. I actually have the Titans winning.
All right.
The Ravens. I think it's a good spot. And like I said, I think it's going to come down to like field goal. So I think it's good value. I also got the Bengals money line. They're playing the Washington football team this week, and they're underdogs. Good bounce back spot for Joey Burrow. As we mentioned earlier, I have the Packers beating the Colts. They're also a 2-point underdog. So, and then it's going to round up with Monday Night Football and the Rams taking down Tom Brady. So those 5 games, like, do you guys like not hate all of those? Like,
yeah, like those aren't that's plus 6,000 odds.
None of those is like that wild to think that they would win.
All the spreads, like the biggest one is the Titans 6.5, and then the Falcons at 5. And then the rest are like all 2 points or less. And this is 113 to 1. So plus
11,000?
806.
What?
Yes.
That seems like that shouldn't be right.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
I'll double check while you guys do yours, but yes.
Holy fuck. Yeah. That is not, that's crazy. But
I did on DraftKings too, so I'll pull it up and I'll show the screen.
Okay,
right.
So my card, I'll go now. I like the Bengals money line. I like the Falcons money line. I like the Patriots -2. I like the Ravens -6.5. And then my DOD. I might add some games Sunday.
And then your DUI.
And then my DUI.
We should change the name to the DUIs of the week.
That's fucked up.
That'd be hilarious.
What could it stand for? We got to think of that. If we can change it to DUIs, we could, or we might.
So that's my card. So Lena, you're up.
So like Seattle, I don't fucking know. Are we able to do like let's say like Colts money line where they're like -1 or like
yeah, you can do that. It's just like
okay.
Send the picture in the
I can't see it. Yeah.
Send the picture in the group message. But only you can do that. But if it's like -140, then obviously it's
it's not
1.4 units to win 1.
Okay. I kind of like Seattle. Not sure if I'll add that. We'll see. Is Jameis going to start?
Yeah,
they already said he's starting. Yeah.
Interesting. I do like Carolina -3 against the Lions. I like the Browns. Is it -3? I think or
3.5 is what I see.
I like that. I do like the Ravens to bounce back here, but I feel like that game's gonna be close. So I actually don't think I'm gonna put that on. Kind of like the Pittsburgh too. Nah, fuck that. I'll take the Chargers minus. Is it 8?
Yeah,
I'll take the Chargers -8. Damn, I kind of like that too. Give me Green Bay. And that's it. I got my do or die.
Nagy, you start with your do or die.
All right. Yep. I mean, no one cares, but it's actually people do care because they want to fade. But I actually lied to myself during the college podcast we did before this. I'm actually going to take the Browns -3. I think it's a good spot for them. They played.
Is it 3.5 or 3?
I can double check, but it was 3 when I picked it about an hour ago.
Okay, because Alina took them 2, so if you get them at 3, you both get them.
Yeah,
at
Alina,
3.
you can have them at 3 too if it's still 3 on here.
All right.
But I think it's a good spot for them. I mean, they were playing the Texans in a fucking like hurricane or tornado pretty much last week. But they're playing the Eagles, and the Eagles are just so sad. Just
Are they out of it already, or can they still like rebound? Like, is it done for the Eagles?
They're in first place.
It's up for grabs. They're
in first place. Okay, I thought
they're in first place.
They have the tie.
Yeah.
That tie is huge.
Everyone ripped on Doug Peterson for playing for a tie.
Division is so sorry. Oh my!
It literally
God.
has kept them.
I really hope the Giants win the NFC.
Giants are playing the best probably in that division right now. But
like it's nuts how well they're playing football right now. But yeah, my do or die is going to be. It is 3. So I'll give you credit for 3 when you text me it.
Okay, so you have the Browns -3 as your DOD.
5 units.
My DOD, the Seahawks -3 for 7 units.
Whoa.
Sketchy ass game to pull the do or die on.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
Really riding the Russ wave back to greatness.
I can play off of the letting Russ cook, as they say. Wait, is Dalvin hurt?
No.
Cook? No.
Yeah. Okay, I got then mine is the Vikings -7 or 6.5, whatever.
He was coming off playing the Bears defense, so he might have gotten roughed up, but like he's not hurt.
Yeah, he'll play. Yeah.
Is it 6.5 or 7 for the Vikings?
7 when I looked last, but I'll double check.
All right, 7 is going to be my do or die.
For how many? Michael did 7, so I mean, you guys are pretty close. So
yeah, fuck me. Vikings. I don't know, man.
It's kind of an advantage to go second with how close we are to get into the like later part of the season now.
Yeah, maybe
you now know how many units Michael has on his, which obviously he could change in this.
No, yeah, he can still change it.
But it's a little meta.
Brett went Patriots -2, 10 units for his do or die.
When?
He texted
it. Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, he's trying to catch you in the Nagy. He's trying to dig his way down to fucking wherever the hell you are.
He does have some of the same ones. Like he likes the Falcons and the Bengals and the Packers. Like he's kind of on some of the games I took, except for the Bucks. But
damn. So do I take the Eagles just to?
You already said you had the. Oh yeah, but I mean, you said you had the Browns.
But as my do or die, just to like fade hard.
So I don't know why.
Wait, hey.
Wait, are you on 2, Michael, now?
No, I won.
Brett's on 2. Brett's on 2 again.
But I still have to do mine. Obviously, I'm eating burgers or doing wings, either one. But I have to. I mean, I lost like 12 pounds, so my stomach is just. I wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be pointless. But I'm gonna do it next week when we're all back home. Well, if we watch some games together, I'll do it during then, or I'll do it next week's show. So
I'm on a 1 losing streak. That's on 2. And
okay.
Then we're both clean.
Yep.
All right. I might like I say that, but I'm gonna do a little research and maybe edit some shit. But either way, if you want to listen or have a chance to tail the person who's up the most units on this show, then tune into Victory Lap Bets at Victory Lap Bets and see what I end up finalizing for the picks. But Cowboys might be the worst team in the league. I mean, who the fuck's their quarterback now? Is it?
It's the same.
Dalton's coming back.
Is he? Oh yeah, he did have a concussion. And they had a bye. He should be back.
Wait, who's back?
It probably is Andy Dalton.
Oh fuck. Okay, maybe. I don't know. The NFL is just it's tough sometimes. But has anyone ever done an over for a fucking lock in NFL?
I did it with the Bucks. And they cost me my second losing streak. I took Bucks over 50.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, and it was about to hit, and they were just up by too much.
Literally, if the Bucks could have just scored like 1 touchdown, it hits.
It's such bullshit.
Yeah, that was.
I think Brett's done an over too for one of his do or dies.
Yeah, maybe I'll look into that. I kind of want to like spice it up. I got punished with that money line parlay last week. That was stupid, but yeah. Yeah, that's about it though. I can read off Brett's picks, or if someone wants
Yeah,
to.
sure.
Yeah, just read them off real quick.
Yeah, if you got them.
He has Seahawks cards under, Falcons +5, Falcons Saints over, Bengals money line, Jets Chargers over 47, Packers money line, and Bucks -4, and then the do or die Patriots -2 for 10 units.
Who they have? Who the Patriots have?
Texans at Texans.
On the road. I don't like that pick, honestly. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't. That's like a little sketchy.
Houston at
So
Houston.
the Texans defense is just as bad as the Bears damn near right now.
It's what? Oh, just as bad as the.
Yeah, depressing.
All right. Tune in to the picks. We'll see everyone next week.
Boo.